ABC Managing Director Hugh Marks faced Senate estimates today. Now, he was asked a range of questions from bias to funding to the resignation of ABC News Director Justin Stevens. Let's just focus on that last one for a moment. News came through Wednesday afternoon that Justin Stevens had resigned as ABC News Director. In a statement, Stevens said the role had been incredibly tough but immensely rewarding. Now, my radar was already up on this one because Stevens was leaving the same day as the announcement, and that's always an interesting sign. That usually means the person has been forced out the door. It turns out that could be the case. Have a look at this exchange between Liberal Senator Sarah Henderson and Hugh Marks about Stevens' resignation.
I have received some information that you threatened to terminate Mr Stevens if he didn't resign. Is that the case?
I don't know where that information is coming from, Senator. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not going to disclose the source, clearly.
Well, there were two people in our meeting, or maybe three. So I don't know where that information's come from, Senator.
No, but I'm asking you, is that true?
I don't make threats, Senator.
Did you suggest that you were going to terminate Mr Stevens if he didn't resign?
Senator, I think it's inappropriate for me to go into the details of individual discussions with Mr Stevens, about a very serious matter in this forum. But I think the outcome is Mr Stevens has resigned, and we will be in due course in near future making an appointment.
I think we can take that as a yes. Yeah, it's safe to say Justin Stevens was forced out. When you leave effectively, that's always a good sign. And even though Hugh Marks said, I don't make threats, there are ways in a meeting of saying, we're asking you to resign. We don't want to have to force you out the door, but we are going in a different direction. And Justin Stevens has made that decision to go with the narrative that he has resigned, if what Sarah Henderson is saying there is to be believed. And Hugh Marks certainly didn't deny it. And it's always a good sign too when they have your replacement lined up already, because The Guardian today has reported that Stevens' replacement will be Reuters executive Simon Robinson. Now, the ABC refused to confirm that news this morning in the Senate estimates as well, but Senator Henderson essentially got Hugh Marks to admit it without actually admitting it.
Did you ask anyone or authorise for anyone to brief this story out?
I did not, Senator.
Do you know whether anyone within the organisation briefed this out?
I don't believe so, Senator, but that's sort of the people that I would obviously deal with in relation to this matter. Whether someone else in the organisation has got some information, I don't know, Senator, but anyway, an announcement will be made in due course.
Will Mr Robinson be the new replacement as the head of News and Current Affairs?
Again, Senator, I'm not into making announcements during Senate estimates. I understand the question, and an announcement will be made in due course.
And how long before that announcement is made?
I expect it will be made in the near future, Senator.
What, by the end of the day, tomorrow?
I would expect tomorrow.
Sorry.
Well, I'm here, Senator.
Marks, come on.
Fulfilling my democratic responsibilities.
Well, I appreciate you being open and honest with me. I do appreciate that, but if it's Mr Robinson, we would, and clearly it looks like it's been briefed out, Mr Marks, somehow. I'm sure it wasn't Mr Robinson. I'm not suggesting that he briefed the story out, but clearly someone has. So if it's Mr Robinson, I would ask that you confirm that.
We will, Senator. An announcement I expect to be made tomorrow.
Have you drafted the press release?
Senator, I haven't approved a press release at this point.
Could we have a copy of the draft press release? If
Senator, I will
around?
include your office on the distribution list when the announcement is made.
So obviously this has been in the wings for a very long period of time.
Late this afternoon, the ABC confirmed the news, no doubt forced by that questioning of Hugh Marks in Senate estimates. And that's what Senate estimates is all about. Getting information from public servants, holding them to account. Now compare that line of questioning to the young Labor Senator Charlotte Walker, who seemed more like a cheer squad for the ABC rather than a politician holding them to account.
Yeah, I just have a few questions. I understand there's been an extra $50 million in additional funding to the ABC. Can you talk us through what that means for your organisation?
I mean, What a softball question. She's basically letting Marks have the opportunity to say how wonderful the ABC is and how great the government, the Labor government, is for giving them an extra $50 million. And they wonder why people feel that the ABC skews left when this is the Labor Party's idea of holding the broadcaster to account. But it got worse. Senator Walker then went full fangirl when asking about bananas in pyjamas.
Are there any specific programs that have already been announced as a part of this investment?
We went, children's was an area where we really needed more investment, Senator, and so there were 2 children's programs ready to go. The remake of Bananas in Pyjamas happening in Adelaide, I think.
Yes, I went and had a look. It was very cool. And I didn't realise that, indulge me, Chair, the bananas are actually 7 feet tall. It's pretty scary, isn't it? Anyway, sorry, continue.
The bananas are larger than life.
Yeah.
And in my own view, the animated version of the show never quite matched the appeal of the live action version of the show.
Hugh Marks mustn't have been able to believe his luck. This is amateur hour. This is our taxes basically being used to become a promotion tool for the ABC. That's not what Senate estimates is about. It is not about being able to say to government resources, tell us the good things you're doing because we give you money. I mean, if this politician wants to be taken seriously, she can't behave like that. It's total amateur. It's embarrassing. I know she's young, and I don't want to be that guy, you know, that old fart who's saying this isn't how politics should run. But am I alone here? Am I the only one who thinks that's embarrassing?
The best place to watch McKnight Tonight is on YouTube. Help us monetize the show by going to youtube.com/@McKnightTonight. And you can always become a paid member. That gives you exclusive live streams and early access to videos. Just go to youtube.com/@McKnightTonight.
Here comes McKnight.